monetize everything. Hey neighbors, it's Friday evening and I can finally just be, I got back inside from work and I get to decide what I want to do with the rest of my day. And for me, that looks like a little bit of grounding TM. So y'all will know the difference between when I say grounding and grounding TM. Let's do that. I have my books that I've been reading, my journal, because period, and my grounding TM. When I woke up today, I had about 35 seconds where I was like, it's Friday, I don't have any meetings, I can take it easy, respond to emails, get things done at my desk, and clock out when I'm done. And then I remembered I had scheduled 3 visits to customers last night. Like, oh, I actually have to get up right now, get dressed, get on the road, be Renee, the account manager, be Renee, the sales engineer, you know. I really wanted to be Renee, the chill girl. But I get to be Renee the chill girl now, and that's all that matters. On my way there, I was dreading it. I was like, ugh, it's Friday, everybody's pissing me off. Everything was irritating me. But literally, as soon as I got to my first customer, I was just like brought back to the reality of what I had to do for work. And I was just like, oh, that wasn't that bad. Like, that was an interesting conversation. I like meeting new people. I like talking to people, and that's like the basis of my job. Communications and relationships. Yes, it can get technical. Yes, it can get businessy, but that's the foundation. Ooh, Mr. Sun, where you been? The sun is coming out. But yeah, I just feel really nice to finally start this weekend. There's an artist. His name is Atlas, or at least that's his artist name. And he's a phenomenal rapper. And he has really good musicianship. And I owe him a verse. But I've been so caught up in Eros, which my real neighbors, y'all already saw the community post. Thank you for engaging. Know that Eros comes out October 9th, 2024, and the pre-save link is already out for the neighbors. The pre-save link for everybody else will drop on my Instagram on Monday. It'll probably be Tuesday by the time you see this. Monday or Tuesday by the time you see this, so the pre-save link will be everywhere. In the description box, in the community tab, on my Instagram, anywhere. But I've been so wrapped up with that and making sure that's executed well. Luckily last week, that surprise performance really helped me out because I can use some of the performance footage as content for promotion, so that's nice. Tomorrow I'm going to a festival and I think I want to promote the song there. That makes me a little bit nervous. Even though my day job is not something I want to do for the rest of my life, I am learning that there are skills that I'm gaining from it that I can put towards my creative aspirations, like pitching myself or, you know, showing off a product. But for me, it'll be my music. So what I want to do, I should probably do today. Is print out some of my cover art and put a QR code on the back so I can pass it out at the festival. Baby, I want this to last forever. Yeah. Yeah. If I had it completely my way, I would wake up and do yoga and drink some tea and tend to a garden and walk into my home studio and journal, and then I would put out, you know, edit some content if I needed to, work on some music if I needed to, have a call or an in-person meeting with people that I work with but that I also consider friends or family, and we would be productive. We would be planning community events, we would be planning performances, we would be planning anything that was inspiring. And what my day really looks like is waking up, which I'm still grateful for, doing some yoga if I wake up early enough, drinking my tea, either logging onto my laptop or getting dressed to go out into the field. Either way, I'm talking to customers all day. I'm talking to coworkers, but our main goal is to sell something, you know? And that's what we're working towards. Sometimes I have some cool trainings and I get to learn about the latest and greatest technology, but other than that, it's like directly about sales. And that's okay. It's not that it's so bad. I'm grateful for the fact that I still get to work hybrid, that I get to have slow mornings on most days. But like, because I have such a clear desire and vision for what I want in my life, anything that doesn't match that, I'm like, am I doing this wrong? Like, when am I gonna be able to get there? This is my first job out of college, so it's like, you know, I didn't expect it to be my dream job, but I guess I have my dream job in my head, and I can't clearly define what that is either. I have my dream day. I was thinking about like what it would look like for me to pursue a more creative role, like being a creative director, even if it is for a technology company, or being community outreach lead, even if it is for a STEM-based company. But I also have been just thinking about what it would be like to just like create income for myself, but I don't know what that looks like. I don't want to sell courses. Music, if it brings me money, is only like a plus to me. It would be very hard for me to make that a necessity, because then I'm like, how do I know the art that I'm putting out is what is really on my heart and not what I just think would sell? And what happens if when I put out the art that is on my heart and it doesn't sell, and that's my, you know, means of living? I'm not really interested in doing like a lot of branded partnerships, because I know I do content, but like I'm not really interested in branded partnerships because I literally sell all day now in my day job. I don't see, I would rather keep my day job and have my creative passions if that was the case, as opposed to having to monetize video editing. I don't want to do that. I like to edit videos because it's fun. I don't know. I think my camera's about to die. Well, I know my camera's about to die. I've thought about volunteering at some creative places. Like there is a film studio not too far from me, or like an arts museum and things of that nature. Because if I volunteer at these types of events and these types of organizations, then eventually if they have, you know, a role opening, I would know about it. But also in the meantime, I get to see if these are industries that I actually want to work in. I'm a type of person that likes to be like all or nothing. So if I'm gonna dedicate my time to a job or to a career or a passion or a project, I want to give it my all, and I want it to be something that I feel I can give my all because it inspires me or it has some positive impact. I just don't know what that is, and I'm trying to figure that out. So that's a side mish. It's definitely a main mish, honestly, but that's a side mission that we'll be exploring. I'm too anti-capitalist to make music my source of income or content my source of income, because I don't feel like I should have to monetize everything, number one. I don't think that you have to monetize what you love for it to become worthy. Number two, I don't think that if I do monetize those things, that I would be in a good state of mind, because I will now change the relationship that I have with my art and my hobbies. So there's that. But would it be nice? when I think about it from what I like to do on a day-to-day, if all I had to do in a day was make music and make content and I was still getting paid, yeah. So your girl is thinking and breathing, hopefully. Let me see. Cheers. I know I was dehydrated because that water just tasted like some white Zinfandel, if you know what I mean. I advise that y'all grab a snack because I'm about to yap. My mom listens to the radio when she wakes up, getting ready for work and stuff. And it always reminds me of my childhood because growing up in the car, 105.1, The Breakfast Club, would be on every day. And I was definitely hearing things I shouldn't have, you know, learning about all the assholes from Florida for the Donkey of the Day segment, you know, the gossip with Angela Yee, even though now it's just hilarious. And like DJ Envy always adding a little something that I couldn't quite understand to the mix. But either way, it was always on. And today there was a topic they were talking about where one of the co-hosts was like, nobody wants to listen to conscious music. And that piqued my ears, so I'm listening. And then they started talking about Wale. And I was like, no shade or tea to Wale. He's talented and magnificent. The album About Nothing, beautiful. But like the idea that spokespeople for the Black community were talking about conscious music and the first person they brought up was Wale, I'm like, let's define conscious. And then I had an immediate second thought where I was just like, we're human beings. Everything we do is conscious. We are conscious beings, hopefully, right? Or is that judgy? I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments. We have this ability to communicate. We have this ability to be seen and express ourselves, to be heard. And any part of that has to do with some level of consciousness, or else it wouldn't be possible. But yes, I understand for the purposes of the conversation and the segment on the radio, when they're talking about consciousness, my understanding is that they're talking about people who talk about socio-political things in their music, or talk about healing or spirituality in their music. That's considered conscious. But even that, it's like, is that really such a bad thing? And is it true that nobody wants it? As someone who feels wholeheartedly about being authentic in their art, in their expression, and using it as a catalyst for social change, I am a little disheartened when I hear things like nobody wants conscious music, which I don't think is true. But even in the scenario where that statement is fully valid, right? That emphasizes the need for conscious music or conscious art or whatever. So I started to think about, like, what are the things, the actions and the goals that conscious artists want us to do. You know, learning something, healing from something, and building community, you know, community, togetherness, and development. Because what is art if it's not teaching you something? Half the time, that's the only way learning is fun. You know your ABCs because it's a song. You know all about condensation and precipitation because it's a song. Like, children's books have some of the most central themes to humanity, but they're picture books. And they use creative language like poems to get the points across, because learning is so fundamental to consciousness and it is enjoyable at its core when it's art. What else? Healing? Like, don't let me go get my sound bowl. Healing? What? Art is supposed to be healing, bro. Like, what else is it supposed to do? Make us sick? Tea for another day. And it's not that, like, if you want to listen to music just to shake your ass, that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. But even that is healing. Even that is liberating. And I think sometimes we need to, like, think about the context in which we use language, because that's how we understand each other. And we need to be able to understand each other in order to work with each other. And I think art is a beautiful way for understanding, because it's intriguing, because it's not always direct, because it can sound good, it can look good, it can feel good, it can taste good, and it can still carry such a message and a story that, like, a text can't do, you know? And then finally, I was thinking about, like, community development. Like, a lot of conscious artists, I think Common, I think Lauryn Hill, I think D'Angelo, I think Erykah Badu, J. Cole, Kendrick, if you want to put them in the category. I think, like, they talk about themes that could, like, help push the Black community, and then if you're really conscious or whatever, just community and people in general. That's necessary, because for, like, revolution, we need a beat. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. This revolution, it may not be televised, but it's definitely heard and seen and felt, and it's because of the art that coincides with the action. It is the art that inspires the action. It is the art that is inspired by actions already taken. The art itself is an action. So, I don't know. There's something to chew on, because I just feel like we deserve better. We deserve better than thinking the only music that is popular, exists, valid, or worthy is something that makes you want to slide on your ops or shake your ass. Not that you can't shake your ass while you're sliding on your ops. I don't judge. I'm just saying we deserve more to thinking that's all that we deserve. Period. And I further think that the creators of this art, this so-called conscious art, deserve more than being written off as some niche segment that nobody really cares about. We are universal warriors, or as Erykah Badu puts it, God's creative righteous children. I feel like we deserve more. That's all I wanted to say. So I'm gonna eat my cold food in peace and watch some TV, because it's about that time. Bye. That was so scary. Hey neighbors, say hey.
Yo.
Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Sun, 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 here it
We're going to need a movement that is made in the image of all of us, truly. And I'm so grateful to be a part of that fight. And if you are also trying to get a part of that fight, there are so many people in this room who are a part of incredible organizations and leading that work themselves.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go,
Eats. She's healing or whatever. Wow, I wasn't even recording. Take a bite.
You think you're the boss of me?
So you're not gonna take a bite? When I go home and I edit this, I'm gonna want to feel like I at least got something close to what I saw in my head when I thought, oh, this is how I should go about doing it. And when that doesn't happen, it's discouraging. It's like, dang, like I have a vision, but it's hard for me to like execute on it with either what the tools that I have or with just my skill set. Like I still have to grow a skill set, learn how to do this from the beginning. So it could be like hard to keep going when it's like so clearly there are better ways, or people who do this a lot at a higher caliber. And it's like, I don't be wanting to feel like, I don't want to be looking like such an amateur, even though I know I am an amateur.
At a certain level, though, you just gotta do it your way, you know?
I know, yeah. I do think it would be fun. Y'all like my outfit? It's like I'm going to work but not, because this is my job. This is my real work. It's not my job, but this is my real work. This baby girl came up, and I could tell she wanted the flower, but she kept walking like a few steps forward and then a few steps back. Her mom was like kind of coursing her along their walk, and then I was like, he wants the flower, because I thought it was a boy. But so I asked, I was like, can he have the flower? And she's like, yeah, she loves those. And I was like, oh, that's the baby girl. But she came and I gave her the flower, and she just walked away so preciously, and that was really, really sweet. Here's your flower, neighbor. This has been a light vlog. I mean, today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday. We might do some content tomorrow, but honestly, we probably just want to chill, and all I need is a teaser. So I think this is all the promotion that I'm doing today, being pro motion, pro movement. I can probably just pick back up when I change my fucking hair, and it could be a different scene, and I can give a different vibe, because every day I'm a different bitch. Every day I'm a different bitch, still that bitch. Don't forget that. But yeah, thanks for watching this week's vlog. We had some fun. We did some impromptu stuff. I just feel like that's the best vibe to be in. I'll see you later. Bye.
I wish I could take it easy.